Hey everybody, so this is my fourth and final Matt Furey leg workout. Just a little respectful leg flex there to show the changes in my legs. They're definitely smaller, but also denser. I don't know, that's pretty interesting. Anyways, so this one was just similar to my other ones, my other final videos in terms of me just testing my endurance, particularly like how many Hindu squats I could do. I thought about doing some other stuff, but honestly, I completely gassed myself on this one. So really, this was just a good demonstration of the value of sticking to one thing, though, is just my efficiency in terms of this. Like, the exercise feels entirely different. I think I just get so much more out of it than I used to, even 2 workouts ago, not even a month ago, just 1 or 2 workouts ago. It already feels very different. You can also tell I'm very fatigued at this point. Like, this is prior to the deload. And the exhaustion was really hitting by this point. Like, I was just sore. I was really tired. I think the volume that I could actually do while completely fresh was a lot less than the one I did at the end of the test. But I think it's important to test yourself not just when you're fresh, but it's actually probably more relevant to test yourself when you're fatigued, because that's a sign of like how much your work capacity is truly increased, is like when you're tired and under recovered, are you still improving in a notable way? And as long as you have a baseline, that's sort of a similar thing where you're testing yourself while you're fatigued continuously, so you actually have like a realistic and reliable baseline. I think that still works, as long as there's some sort of standard that you can set yourself against and see where you go from there. Anyways, yeah, just reflecting on this workout overall, I think this is the last one I'm posting before the kettlebell workout that I do later on. That's just a test of my general fitness and capabilities. I think this workout's been very humbling, and it's been challenging in ways that I didn't expect. I thought it was going to be challenging just in terms of the pain, like the actual suffering component. But I found that it was really more of a mental thing than a physical thing. Like, getting yourself to do the same kind of workout over and over again. I'm definitely somebody who likes variety. And while at first this was definitely interesting, by the end it got a little tedious. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself and understand that the tedium has a reason, that there's a relevant training stimulus you're trying to get, and that there's something rewarding out of it. And so sometimes you have to play that mind game with yourself and just ask, how can I make this interesting? How can I make this challenging? What part of the workout or the program can I focus on so I still feel like I'm improving? Because there's always an edge case. There's always something that you can refine a little bit, whether it's your technique, the way that you're structuring the workout. There's always something that needs improvement. And I'm a big believer in gradual, continuous improvement. I think oftentimes I don't start at a level that's very impressive compared to the average person, but I tend to stick with it a lot longer and keep improving on the margins. And then I find that I get a lot more out of programming than most people do. I think we have a tendency to abandon programs before they've stopped working for us. I myself have fallen victim to this in the past, but as I've gotten older, I've just seen that we really don't spend enough time milking what the actual limits of a program or style of training can do for us. And then here I switched to basically just some reverse lunges. So I could definitely handle these for much higher reps usually, but I've completely toasted myself at this point. I find that the squats have a little bit of a glute component, and my quads obviously are so toast that there's really no gas left in the tank at this one. So they did feel decent though. So I think had I done them, at the beginning of the workout, I probably could have gotten 20 or 30 more reps easily. And you can see I was a little bit too confident about how much volume I could actually handle after doing those ruthless Hindu squats. So by now my legs are just getting pretty wobbly. Once again though, this is kind of a continuous workout with like really no breaks in between. So I'm definitely fascinated by the intraset recovery. Like, I noticed that was a big difference. There's a concept I'm a big believer in called training to train, which is just building your base. And I think this is building a really strong base.